Good morning.
Giddy up,
Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Welcome to La City Suspendue. In the morning after our Asterix visit, we're going for breakfast at the buffet breakfast. So join us for that. And then we're going to...
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. And then we're going to Mer de Sable, the sand sea, for all of our first time. So stick around. I thought we were going bowling. Stick around. I've gone for the hot stuff here. They even had a ham and cheese croissant which was pre-prepared and heated. That's a veal sausage, scrambled egg, bacon, potato and some mushrooms. I wasn't really sure about any of the hot food. Especially that potato thing was none of us like that.
Needs to be a sad face.
I think it should be a sad face. I think continental Europe needs to stick with a continental breakfast on this one. I moved on to some sweet treats here. They had cocoa powder as well. You could put on the mini waffles.
Oh yeah.
I was going to go for a ham and cheese croissant, but the ham and cheese croissant from the hot section they had was actually really good. That was the only good thing I really enjoyed from the hot food stuff. So just a sweet croissant this time. I don't usually put my jam on that side. It's just because my hands were full when I was applying it. And also they've got juice, apple juice and orange juice. It's a little warm, unfortunately, but it's quite nice. And hot drinks as well. Rob and I have just come back to the room. Dan and Archie are still buffeting it up. This is where I slept. And this thing was so rickety. So I'd wake up in the middle of the night, put my hand out and then just go, ow! And it would just sort of resonate, this large bang. Also, a quick word on Le Buffet. It was okay for the fact it was included in our stay, which I did not know until Rob just informed me now.
Yes.
Yes. So considering it was included in our stay, can't complain too much. I think it's in everyone's stay you get a buffet included. Considering it was included in the stay, it was okay.
Yeah.
I think, the highlight for me was that ham and cheese toasted croissant they did.
Yeah, definitely. It's basically the only thing I had, to be fair.
Yeah. And the pastry stuff, in general, wasn't as good as I thought it would be, which was weird. And I said for France, it was serviceable. And now we move on, fueled and ready for our first visit to the Sand Sea. But when Rob told me on the itinerary we were going to the Sand Sea, and I put it in Google, well, Le Mer de Sable, I put it in Google, and it was like the Sand Sea. And it just looked like a sandbox. And I was like, wait a minute, we're paying 26 euros for what? To play in a sand pit? Ready for my Western theme park day out.
I can't believe we're here.
The sand begins.
So I start looking at how...
Yeehaw! Gentlemen.
Wow. The sand is bad.
Everyone's excited to be here. Dan, first impressions?
Obviously, I put this in the itinerary, so I think it's fantastic.
Dan's justifying our being here. I jest. It actually was a nice entrance area. Very frontierland. I think you can tell they spent a lot of their money on the entrance area. As this path's looking a little worse for wear. Get me on the back row of that log flume. Airtime. We're at Fantasia Land. It's Chia Pass. I've just changed my opinion. They have a boat dark ride. That will be getting ridden later. Le Mer de Sable has gone very far up in my estimations. First up is the Tiger Express. A little confused about the... Heavens! A little confused about the Chinese themed ride in the middle of the Sand Sea. It's Western Park. That's what we just rode. And it was pretty violent. There was no brakes. Dan, did you enjoy the Tiger Express?
I did. There's a lot of kineticism with the horses over here.
Yeah, we saw, I guess this is where a Wild West show is going to happen later, and we saw some cowboy riding a white horse, which is quite the view. Just as with yesterday, being in the Egypt and Athens area, today's Mexican theme is certainly on brand with the weather. It's going to be another warm one. Do not be deceived by those clouds. We're already approaching 30 degrees again. Hilly Park, we're still going to get to the next ride. It looks like we've got a bit further to go. The roller coaster just peeking through the trees there. This is my kind of ride, this one. Good family thrill, safe, clean fun. That was pretty special. It was a one-man operation. And he was batching the air gates while the ride was still going round, so no CCTV in use in that one. Mer de Sable clearly like to save on staff costs. That was actually a lot of fun. Rob, what did you think?
He's doing it solo and he's acing it better than
most people
in the UK could do with 3 people.
With 3 people, yeah, he's doing a good job. As long as it all runs smoothly and there's no
it doesn't shut down
entrance to the ride area.
Nice that it's at the peak of the mountain.
Oh yeah, as you came over that crest,
You had a good
lovely view, yeah, because I mean you could see all the way into the background where
and
don't know if the
lovely
mountains are
theming.
picking up. Yeah, very nice. We had a big old geyser that suddenly popped up in the middle as we went around this helix section, and then they had smoke on the exit to the mine. Really good. That's one of my favourite rides this trip actually. Splashall. Yeah, Dan just said wheelchair access is a bit of a problem in this queue line. That is not DDA compliant. Oh, going on the rapids. Looks, oh, I was going to say short and sweet, but there's a little bit back there. Nice view again, looking over the hillside. What on earth?
I'd like to clarify that this wasn't even water coming over the top of the boat. This came from
The
underneath.
drainage system is all wrong.
It's the wrong way round.
That was bizarre. And we were just scraping the bottom of the trough.
Yeah.
And whacking
Who made that?
Who made
Is that an
this
in-house
ride?
number or
I
what?
don't know. You can't make a rapids in-house,
And the
surely.
trough wasn't wide enough for the boat, so we were just
Slamming.
bouncing
Yeah.
back and forth. That was one of the least enjoyable rapids I've ever done.
I think that was my favourite rapid.
Imagine if you'd waited an hour for
Despite the well-themed trough, the waterfalls.
It does look nice.
Looks
Running where
nice,
it's
but-
due, but you might sing.
Now we're heading to a boat ride in the China area.
Roller coaster. This is great.
I like the distinct lack of music.
Getting the
monkeys are pretty cute.
getting a little bit piracy inside it.
a little bit of Lexus.
A little bit like this.
Bring me a huge drop.
Oh.
Audio.
No, I think that's the
Oh, it's just the things moving.
That's cute.
Oh, he's cute.
He's going for it.
The wheel.
Oh, like puppet.
Baby chicks over there.
They're all puppets rather than they've all got strings coming from the ceiling rather than them being animatronics.
Oh, look at this little baby one. That's your drop. Oh, that's troubling.
Upside down zebra.
No, the dead zebra.
The dead zebra, not the fact
Oh,
he's
look
upside
at the
down.
elephant. That's special. That's quite cute.
I love this ride.
No, it's actually quite cute. I do suspect that it's meant to be audio. Circular, not dancing, nasty.
Dancing moment.
This one's for my friend Fia. She loves her pandas.
Does she?
Yeah.
This is the wise old panda.
Wise pandas say.
The vampire.
He's cute.
Oh, this one's really going for it on the front here.
Ladies.
Oh, look at her waving goodbye. That's cute. Oh no, I actually quite like this ride. Oh, we got themed audio.
Shake them hips, girl. We thoroughly enjoyed that one.
That was special.
That was special.
That might be the best ride we've done yet.
Oh yeah, that's good.
The puppets. Downside
The fact
down
that you
as
can
well.
kind of see the puppetry made it almost its own charm, you know?
It really did, yeah. No, I completely agree.
I like the movement was actually quite fluid. I was quite impressed.
Yeah, that's better than a lot of the animatronics you'll see at the kind of, you know, regional theme parks.
The bigger ones,
The
yeah.
puppetry was actually worked
Very well looked after.
Shame there was no audio, but yeah, it was special.
now.
Oh, bumpy. I was going to ask for your review before you sat on the rock, Rob, but then it wouldn't be Rob's Rock Review.
Welcome back. Join me now as I review this rock.
Rob's Rock Review.
Yeah, it's good. It's sturdy.
Sturdy.
Yeah.
Rob and I have decided to sit this one out.
Yeah, this one is called Karaoke. This and this. We've then done this and this. So we're coming sort of here in a minute, I would guess.
The Wild Buffalo, new for April 2025,
Yeah.
the Woody,
Opens at 11:30. It's set
which
today.
is 10 minutes time.
Cool. So we'll go there next. There's also this log flume which had a bit of a queue, and by a bit I mean like 10 minutes.
Looks like a soaker as well,
Apparently,
so it
yeah.
should be fun.
There's a train. This is a little tiny spinning situation.
Situation.
No gondola
It's the
spinning.
fact that you were both sitting there like this, just awkwardly going round in a circle. I think you'd have quite enjoyed that. Yeah.
I don't know. Did you really get anything from it though? Thrill-wise? No. Well. The Wild Buffalo is quite the sight. I guess that's probably new as well, that little drop tower in the middle. Looks very nicely finished off, this Woody. Very nicely finished off. It's got that new wood smell. I guess it's only 2 months old, this ride.
Then open it an hour late and have it on one train. What do you think of me?
We've just ridden the Woody and it was very enjoyable. Rob?
It was nice, yeah. I do think that's an underrated little, you know, like the mini little GCI things. I like those a lot.
We love those models, that's a lot of fun. It's the perfect mix of family and thrill. It was a shame it was only on one train though, and it was only 6 rows per train, I believe. So 12 riders per train is a big old queue now. Not sure why it opened at half 11 as well, so people couldn't get on it earlier. So the queue goes all the way back to the front of the ride now. One train, not the best. Also, they were letting on. They also had some sort of ride access past queue line for guests with additional needs, which is obviously absolutely fine. But because it was on one train, and then they would take maybe 2 rows from that side, that queue line, and then 4 rows from our side. There was about 8 people getting on every 3 minutes.
The moral of the story is, on a weekend in summer, if you've got 2 trains,
use them.
just run 2 trains.
It definitely can run 2 trains because there was a block section at the end.
is, yeah.
So there was
But the ride is great.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Lots of smaller parks should get those.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, it's quite low to the ground, but it uses its speed very well.
Yes.
It was a wild buffalo.
It was a wild buffalo. It wasn't falsely advertised, it was a wild buffalo. I'm not sure about all this screaming malarkey. I love those little drop towers, those new ones down Perledu. And Dan became a problem child, despite the fact Dan has the most wonderful skinny thighs going. She just kept banging the bar down on him.
I'm a right fatty now.
Yeah, no, Dan. Because she Yeah, I guess the sensor was saying it wasn't low enough on Dan, so it was funny. I was like, there's nothing on him. The bar can't go down further, leave him be. Yeah, that was good fun, and you got a lovely view over the Woody and the Sand Sea. Yep, now we know why it's called the Sand Sea. This queue line is a sand pit, basically.
Really, I'm not a sand enthusiast as well.
We just did that SPF Visa spinning coaster and I feel a little ill. Archie said SPF Visa should be dissolved as a company immediately, and that sentiment is shared by the group. Get rid. I guess I need to find a cowgirl wearing this immediately. At Mer de Sable. Very unique merch. Yeehaw. Looks like I found my cowgirl. Resident French expert Rob has just warned me that it is Mer de Sable, not Sable, so apologies for every wrong pronunciation. Dan has informed me that I can take the actual sand,
of the sand sea.
Whoa. And Rob has also made a good point about the shirts.
These are so nondescript, and obviously no one ever comes here or knows what this place is. So you could wear this in the UK, and it's just the kind of thing you'd have in
just a like super dry or
or Primark, or, vintage original La Mer de Sable, true Western adventure.
Yeah, if you want some
I disagree.
nondescript merch.
I think everyone will know what this is.
Surely everyone knows what La Mer de Sable
You
is.
should be proud you've been to Mer de Sable.
It's time to board the train of Saab. Looks like it's limited hours on this one. Might be a solo ride. It's just pulling into the station now. They really like to save on operating costs here. There's no one guarding this station. This train is a Rafiki Planet Watch special at the Animal Kingdom. We're going to get off at a station halfway around the course on the other side of the Sand Sea, and then we'll take the train back again. The lady was saying something to Rob in French about 45 minutes. I don't think that's the time of the train. I don't know.
She said tour, which is like the whole
thing.
Journey. So
It's definitely not 45 minutes because we've seen it come back within 20. So we'll see what happens. It's a rough and ready ride. Ah, there's the Sand Sea. The park's all the way back there. We're going quite far out to a ranch, which is just over there. I know my camera work is usually quite shaky, but this is definitely not helping. Thank you.
I love it here.
Oh, it's so cute. Hello.
There's some seriously cute animals here. We've come at the right time of year, haven't we, Rob?
Yeah, chick season.
Chick season. Beautiful.
Albeit, this sign suggests that they probably just have a rotating stock of chicks.
Oh. Oh. Well, what's happening with the other chicks? And why do they serve so much chicken at the restaurant?
I think they do.
Oh, here's one of them. This is where they go. Morning. Oh, I like that little black and white one. Hello. What a cutie. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Archie's a bit of a goat whisperer.
Oh, it's licking me. It's trying to eat.
Oh.
One of them just undid Dan's shoelace. Ah, Dan the goat whisperer. Dan the goat whisperer's trying to get the nervous one out, but no, no, not happening.
Owls.
Moo. Ride a pony. They've got a little pony trail here. But I get the feeling if any of us got on the back of a pony, it'd be ending in blood and tears for at least one of us. This is the real wild buffalo of the Mer de Sable. No.
Oh, okay. It's an innocent cow.
Big boy.
Hello, babes.
Cool, that's a hefty beast. All incredibly friendly animals here. The cow saw us come and was like, I'm coming over. The donkey came over when we got off the train. The goats were all inside until we got in the petting zoo, and then they all decided to come out and say hello. And it's lovely that it's so far away from the theme park. So you can't hear any of the rides or anything. The theme park's all the way in the distance. It's the train track to get here, and then I suppose we'll be going that way around in a minute to get back. Very, very nice. Glad we came out here. Bonjour. We are still in the ranch because we think the translation issue earlier was she was saying you'll maybe be stuck here for a while because we think the show's going on. Well, we know the show's going on in the actual park. So we've taken an opportunity to buy some food. We've just got some wraps coming. And the train's now coming. So we've actually ordered at the exact wrong time. Maybe we'll be able to take it with us on the train. It's nice and quiet on the train. I said it's nice and quiet on the train. Huh?
Bonjour et bienvenue au Sirocco. Merci d'attacher votre ceinture de sécurité et de rester correctement assis.
Archie and Diane, flat ride enthusiasts, are about to ride this Perla Disco. Rob and I are now having our wraps.
Which did thankfully arrive just in the nick of time.
Yeah, which arrived in the nick of time, so then we thought we'd put them in our bags just in case it was no food allowed on ride. They are very soggy now though, because obviously they were warm, went straight in the bag, and I guess the condensation, the steam couldn't get out, so now they're a little soggy, but I'll let you... Are they alright?
Yeah.
That's the cross section for everyone.
It's just like chili
They're getting
con carne
technical now.
inside a wrap.
Chili con carne in a wrap, there you go. I went for the kebab one, which is, I guess, lamb kebab meat. And Rob went for the beef. Was it? I can't remember. It was just kebab meat. I don't know if it was lamb or it didn't say.
No, it didn't.
It just said kebab, so it's quite nice. I think we both thought it's okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, let's change from
Chips
the
and nuggets.
chips, burger and-
Yeehaw! The big brave boys are now going on the sombreros after telling us that the disco was a little intense for them.
Yeah.
Not for us. The wrap was pretty good actually for €8 as well. Good value, best value of the trip so far. I feel quite full after that. Had some nice peppers hiding in there as well, some veggies. Quite saucy, very enjoyable. It's not much fun to watch from off-ride, is it? Because you can't see them. They should be faced the other way. Oh well. We just came to this restaurant with clearly hot dogs as the main thing on the menu, and Archie went up there and she went, no kitchen. We don't do kitchen, so no hot dogs available from the hot dog restaurant. I hate sand. We're trying a different restaurant now. They take their themed food seriously here. This one's doing burritos. We already had a Mexican wrap. Let's see if these people do kitchen. Archie's getting to make his own burrito. That's a man who does kitchen. Archie and I are big fans of tortilla, so I'm jealous that he managed to get himself a burrito, and he got to choose whatever meat he wanted, some veg, cheese, salsa, or a different sauce, etc, etc. I've just gone for a caramel and...
It's a nut, some sort.
It's a nut, we don't know what.
Not hazel.
And a Coca-Cola cherry, and Dan's got a fused tea. We just attempted to re-ride the Wild Buffalo, but the queue was huge and it's still on one train, so not now. I think it's log flume time. It's one of the only big rides left we've got to do, I think. We've just exited the Tunnel of Love and have entered a hidden queue line. Definitely going to be the longest queue of the day. You don't know it, but we've been away for a while. We did the log flume first. Dan thought
It was wet.
it was wet.
It was wet.
It was a soaker. You can't really tell because we've dried off because it's been a while since I last filmed. Because as soon as we came off that, my bag was wet. Although I will say, this Coleman bag from Tokyo Disneyland is incredibly good at keeping out the wet. None of my stuff has got wet on all the water rides we've done this trip, so I've been thoroughly impressed as it's my first time away with it, riding water rides. Little sidebar. But yeah, no, it was very wet. It was a soaker. I was in the front. The drop was absolutely massive, which none of us knew, and it was all sort of terrain on the hillside, and there was kind of a fiberglass branch over the top as theming, which you dived under. It's almost like you're on Splash Mountain. I wouldn't go that far. And then we did the Wild Buffalo, the Woody again, because there was a show going on, and so we thought the queue would be a little shorter and we'd be able to get on quicker than we would otherwise. But yeah, the sun's very much out again, so we've already dried off basically from the water ride. And now just exploring a bit more of the park. Jesus! Back in the China area, and we're going to be going on that panda monkey puppet boat ride in a minute. This one's for you, Thea, and this one's for me. I seriously love that boat ride. That's one of my favourite rides this trip. We're now going on these flying contraptions. Archie, the flat ride enthusiast, has managed to convince us to all come on. I'm flying! I'm actually flying! We found a hidden Jeep ride, but I think the queue's too big.
A reason to come back.
Yes.
I think we're gonna head out now. We're all sanded out. Enough sea for us.
Enough sand and enough sea.
Rob, I never got your opinion on the flying planes.
The flying planes, I must admit the turning circle was a bit tight for me, so it made me feel a bit ill.
We have not vlogged for a while. We've taken the car back to Calais. We had some food, nice Burger King, and now we're on Le Chateau. I'm now gonna get some closing thoughts.
I liked the Mer de Sable. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't the biggest, bestest, park in the world, but for the space they had and the money they probably pull in, they did pretty well, I think. So I would, recommend a visit to anyone who's going in that direction.
Yeah, tie it in with a trip to Asterix.
Tie it in.
Got the day, yeah.
Absolutely.
I enjoyed it. I mean, me and Max went in with the term shameless cred hunting, but no, it was a nice park, like Rob said. It's nice to have a very cohesive theme. It was done very, very nicely. Well, we've got a nice Chinese
I can't
very special dark.
I can't complain about the Chinese area not being on brand, considering that very.
It's got a nice mix of things, some coasters, flat rides, water rides. It's got shows which were very well attended. It's got a cool train, it's got animals, which for the price you pay, I think you get what you pay for.
Yeah, agreed with everyone. I think the highlights for me were the Woody, which as Rob said, didn't know was brand spanking new, and it rode very well. Safe, clean, fun, my type of ride. Really enjoyed the Chinese boat ride, especially the pandas, the elephant. But there was this adorable elephant chasing a chicken. I might have to steal insert clip from Dan's phone. Yeah. That was really fun, didn't know that was there. The log flume was great as well. I don't know if anyone mentioned that, but we had a lot of fun on there.
Sinking in the rapids.
Sinking in the rapids was unique. I don't know if I'd call it fun, but it was certainly different. And yeah, shame we didn't see any of the shows, but they just didn't really line up with our itinerary, with us being on the train and stuck at the ranch for one of them, and then the other time the log flume queue was bigger than we expected, and then we couldn't stick around to the very end because we had to get the shuttle for the final show, which is on. But they looked like they had huge sets, so if that's something you enjoy, then that's also there for you. If you're in the area, I'd say check it out. Check it out. Thoughts on the trip, please?
Thoughts on the trip overall? I live in Belgium, Friday. Nice to go back there, and it was the quietest it's been when out of the 3 visits I've done. So felt like we achieved a lot. That dockyard area sort of ties everything together, makes it look really nice. Parc Asterix. I think again we were lucky with how busy or not busy it was, because I think it was just so hot that people were abandoning ship maybe earlier than they probably would have done.
Yep.
Which helped us, I think. No complaints about Asterix at all. La Mer de Sable. I think, you know, French families who live nearby, I can see why they probably go there frequently and enjoy it.
Yeah. Return. Yeah, agreed.
The concluding thought with the trip is, God, I'm tired.
Yeah. Bedtime soon.
Yeah, we've had some long days, but worth it. Good fun. Thanks,
A lot
guys.
of fun. Thank you, Rob, for attending.
Likewise. Thank you for coming. See you next time.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to
Dan
Dan
Camp.
POV,
Welcome
Dan
back,
Camp.
Wells, to Dan Camp. I don't really have much more to add that wasn't just said. That was pretty comprehensive.
Rob's good at that.
Yeah,
if you want something informative.
he does the comprehension presentation style. Can't go wrong with the Europe road trip.
Always fun.
They'll carry on for years, I'm sure. Getting old for it, gotta say. The 1-2 a.m. wake-ups on the first day.
But he's young at heart.
Yeah, you try. You
And yeah,
carry on,
and also
try.
on that note, thank you for all the driving, Dan.
Yeah,
You've done an
thank you.
excellent
Well
job as
done.
ever.
I do love a drive, to be fair.
And we love being driven by you, but
Especially in the murk.
in the murk.
She's sweet and dolly.
In Saint-Tropez,
Have a little chance.
If you
avec moi touché.
first time at Wallaby, Belgium.
It was. I can't remember if I could already give my thoughts, but it was a nice park. I believe I said that it just needs one more big hit attraction for it to be make the jump from regional I don't need to go again to
Yeah.
something I could see myself, like Asterix.
Yeah, I know, I agree. I'm in no rush to go back to Wallaby, Belgium, but Asterix is a place which is always a good time. Yeah, I agree.
Mer de Sable, fun place, lovely theming, friendly staff, I would say as well.
Yeah,
They were
we had
all
some nice
very
staff
lovely.
today. Yeah.
Operations weren't dreadful.
Nope. They didn't run enough vehicles / trains / boats, whatever rides, vehicle
But
it
it was
was.
expected from a park like
Yeah.
that.
But with what they did, they actually sent them out very quickly, I
Yeah,
thought.
operations
So,
were fine.
yeah.
But yeah, great trip. Thank you, Dan, for driving. Thank you, Rob, for booking. Thank you, Max, for filming.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming along. Really good trip. Wallaby, Belgium could do with 1 or 2 more fillers, I think, but still good time. Megalodon and all the theming they've added in that area has really finished it off nicely, that back end of the park. So that was enjoyable. Parc Asterix always a good time, as everyone said. We'd definitely like to go back again this season if possible, after we saw their Halloween event looks good, and their Christmas event I think is relatively new in the last few seasons and looks like a good time as well. So stay tuned, perhaps back again for that. And La Mer de Sable today was a pleasant surprise. When I looked it up on Google Maps, it was literally looked like it was a sandbox, and I said, why have you put this on the itinerary, Rob and Dan? But no, I have to eat my words, have apologised to them, because it was a really good time, and I would actually go back, even if there was nothing new, I think. And if it just so happened there was a spare day in the itinerary nearby in Parc Asterix or something, 26 euros, you know, that was less than the buffet we had last night for a whole day of fun, so would definitely go back. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned, as the kids say. I believe they call it subscribing, Rob, is that true?
Like and subscribe. I don't know.
I'm not with the
I
youths
just
these
ignore me.
days, so, but yeah, bye.